Hey y'all, welcome to or back to Growth Rising. I'm Bird, and on this channel, we just talk about all things dealing with astrology. And so we've been going over the Mars placements. So if you go to Google or like Astro Cafe, type in your birthday, time, and place, you'll see your birth chart and you'll see what sign and house you have Mars in. And if you see that you have Mars in Capricorn, this is the video for you, or if you know somebody with Mars and Capricorn. So, with Mars and Capricorn, these people are low key, but they are determined people. So, Capricorn is about reaching a goal, but not necessarily being all out and about with it. Well, the way I want to put it, not necessarily being all out in your face with it, but they want to reach a goal because that's something that they want to do. Also, these people are very goal oriented. Capricorn is going to reach that goal and they're going to stay on top of things. Like that's what's going to continue to drive them. And if you do have Mars in Capricorn, you may feel a strong need to succeed. That might be something that you feel deeply to succeed, whatever success may look like to you. And yeah, you still won't be flashy with it. It's not something that you feel like has to be put in everybody's face. Um, because Capricorn wants to reach that goal, but if you know about it, cool. If you don't, it's not something that they feel like they have to be thrown in everybody's face, if that's a good way to put it. And these people also will have strong self control, whether it's with getting angry or just having that drive, or even with sex. A Mars and Capricorn can really control their anger. Mars is about action and doing stuff, and Capricorn is more structured. Want to make sure that things are done the correct way, I guess you could say, or at least the correct way to the Capricorn. So, with Mars in Capricorn, all of those actions are going to be more purposeful, I guess is the best way to say it. And, excuse me, these people do want to be in control. They don't want to let their emotions take over. They want to be in control. That's how, that's just something that makes them comfortable, being in control of things. That's, one of the things that helps them to have this really good self discipline is because that's something they can control. If they have a certain goal to reach, that's something that they can control when it comes to their drive, whenever it comes to their sex life. These are things that they can have control over, and no one can tell them any different. Um, these people are also very productive people, and they will throw themselves into their work. So a lot of times when people get angry, you need some kind of outlet. For a Mars and Capricorn, that outlet will be to throw themselves into work or whatever project they are currently working on, something that's going to get that adrenaline going in them. And that's one thing with a Mars and Capricorn. Their adrenaline can really get going with doing whatever work that they're currently in. And they're also hardworking people. So it's not like they're just going to throw themselves into work and halfway do it. They're actually going to go out to reach the goal, because Capricorn, of course, wants to get the goal. And if you are someone with a Mars in Capricorn, you may be attracted to people who are older or just, like more experienced, more seasoned, because we do know that just because somebody may have more experiences They don't necessarily have to be older. They could have just been out there more and have done more things. Because, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and, that will, of course, have you looking at older people. Well, I won't say, of course, because there are other things that come into play with it, but that's for another time. Also, if you know somebody who has a Capricorn Mars, they could be very private about their, bedroom life or their sex life. And even if they do say something, they won't go into details. So they're not necessarily the people who will want to kiss and tell. Even if they give you like a little hint, like, yeah, me and so, we hooked up a little bit once upon a time. Like, what does that mean? They're not going to go into detail because they feel like that's something that's private and everybody does not need to know about. For one, they're not going to be flashy with it. And also with a Capricorn Mars, they are very straightforward. So don't try to like beat around the bush with them. Like, let them know what it is that you want. And they don't necessarily need anything that's super fancy. So if y'all finna, get ready to, have your adult time, they don't necessarily need all of the frills and fancy. Sometimes they want to get what they came there for, and they want you to get what you came there for too. So if you have Mars and Capricorn, I want to know what you resonated with and what you feel that I may have left out. But thank you for watching. Have a good one.